In this gripping survival adventure, we follow a lone adventurer as they face the harsh realities of a minus 21 degrees Celsius blizzard in the depths of a snow-covered wilderness, armed with nothing but their wits and basic survival skills. Our protagonist must construct a rock shelter to withstand the brutal elements and fight for survival in one of nature's most unforgiving environments. As the icy wind howls and visibility drops to near zero, our survivor trudges through knee-deep snow, desperately searching for a suitable location to build their shelter. The biting cold seeps through layers of clothing, numbing fingers and toes, while the relentless snowfall threatens to disorient and overwhelm. With time running out and hypothermia looming, a rocky outcropping emerges from the whiteout conditions. This natural formation offers a glimmer of hope, a potential haven from the storm. Our survivor springs into action, knowing that every second counts in this life or death struggle against the elements. Using bare hands and whatever tools can be improvised from the surroundings, our protagonist begins to excavate the snow around the rock face. The work is grueling, made even more challenging by the need to conserve energy and stay warm. Progress is slow, but steady, as a small cavity begins to take shape. As the shelter grows, so too does the urgency to complete it before nightfall. The dropping temperature and diminishing daylight add an extra layer of pressure to an already intense situation. Our survivor pushes through the exhaustion, driven by the primal instinct for self-preservation. With the basic structure of the rock shelter now in place, attention turns to insulation and waterproofing. Branches, leaves, and moss, scavenged from beneath the snow, are packed tightly into cracks and crevices. Snow itself becomes a valuable resource, piled high around the exterior, to create an additional barrier against the wind. Inside the shelter, a small fire pit is carefully constructed. The challenge of starting a fire in such extreme conditions cannot be overstated. Damp wood and howling winds conspire against our survivor, but through perseverance and ingenuity, a small flame is eventually coaxed to life. This tiny beacon of warmth becomes a lifeline, both physically and psychologically. As night falls and the blizzard intensifies, our protagonist retreats fully into the shelter. The contrast between the howling maelstrom outside and the relative calm within is stark. Though far from comfortable, the rock shelter provides a crucial buffer against the worst of the storm. Throughout the long, cold night, our survivor must remain vigilant. The fire requires constant attention, and the structural integrity of the shelter must be monitored and maintained. Sleep comes in short, fitful bursts, interrupted by the need to move and generate body heat. With the arrival of dawn, the blizzard begins to subside. Our survivor emerges from the shelter, blinking in the bright sunlight, reflected off the pristine snow. The landscape has been transformed, buried under feet of fresh powder. The rock shelter, now half hidden by snowdrifts, stands as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. This harrowing experience serves as a powerful reminder of nature's awesome power and the importance of proper preparation when venturing into the wilderness. It highlights the critical survival skills needed to endure extreme conditions and the mental fortitude required to overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. The successful construction and use of a rock shelter in such challenging circumstances demonstrate the effectiveness of this ancient survival technique. When modern conveniences are stripped away, these time-tested methods can mean the difference between life and death. As our survivor begins the arduous journey back to civilization, they carry with them not just the physical traces of their ordeal, but a profound appreciation for the delicate balance between human determination and the raw force of nature. This experience will undoubtedly shape their approach to future adventures and serve as a cautionary tale for others who might underestimate the dangers of winter wilderness exploration. The story of survival in a minus 21 degrees Celsius blizzard is more than just a thrilling narrative. It's a valuable lesson in respect for the natural world and the importance of self-reliance. It challenges us to consider our own preparedness and resilience in the face of extreme situations. For those who venture into remote, snow-covered landscapes, this account serves as both a warning and a guide. It underscores the importance of proper gear, extensive knowledge of survival techniques, and the mental preparation necessary to endure harsh conditions. Moreover, this experience highlights the often overlooked skill of improvisation in survival situations. The ability to assess available resources and adapt them to meet immediate needs can be crucial when facing unexpected challenges in the wilderness. The successful use of a rock shelter in this scenario also emphasizes the value of understanding and working with the natural environment rather than against it. By utilizing the existing landscape and natural materials, our survivor was able to create a sanctuary in the midst of a raging storm. As we reflect on this intense survival story, it's worth considering how such experiences can change our perspective on everyday life. The comfort and security we often take for granted are thrown into sharp relief when contrasted with the raw struggle for survival in nature as harshest conditions. For many outdoor enthusiasts, stories like these serve as a source of inspiration and a call to adventure. They remind us of the profound experiences and personal growth that can come from pushing our limits and testing ourselves against the elements. However, they also underscore the critical importance of proper training, preparation, and respect for the power of nature. In conclusion, the tale of survival in a minus 21 degrees Celsius blizzard through the construction of a rock shelter is a compelling testament to human resilience and adaptability. It serves as both a thrilling adventure story and a sobering reminder of the respect we must accord to the natural world. As we continue to explore and challenge ourselves in wild places, let us carry with us the lessons learned from those who have faced nature at its most unforgiving and emerged to tell the tale. In the heart of a frozen forest, a lone adventurer finds themselves caught in the grip of a fierce blizzard. With howling winds and biting cold threatening survival, quick thinking and resourcefulness become essential. This is the story of how one person turned a fallen tree into a life-saving shelter, demonstrating the power of human ingenuity in the face of nature's harshest conditions. As the snow swirls and visibility drops to near zero, our protagonist stumbles upon a massive fallen tree. This fortuitous discovery becomes the cornerstone of their survival strategy. The thick trunk and sprawling branches offer a natural framework for a makeshift shelter, providing a crucial barrier against the relentless storm. Working swiftly against the dropping temperature, they begin to construct their refuge. Using the fallen tree as a sturdy backbone, they gather nearby branches and pile them against the trunk, creating a lean-to structure. This simple yet effective design helps to block the wind and trap precious body heat. Snow, often seen as an enemy in survival situations, becomes an unlikely ally. Our survivor packs snow around the edges of their shelter, effectively sealing gaps and providing additional insulation. This igloo-like technique significantly increases the warmth retention of their makeshift home. Inside the shelter, the ground is quickly covered with a thick layer of pine boughs. This natural bedding serves two crucial purposes. It insulates against the cold ground and provides a softer surface to rest on. It's helping to conserve energy and prevent hypothermia. As darkness falls and the blizzard intensifies, the importance of fire becomes paramount. Using skills honed through practice and preparation, our survivor manages to start a small fire near the entrance of their shelter. The flames provide warmth, light, and a much-needed psychological boost in the face of isolation and uncertainty. Throughout the long night, the survivor remains vigilant, tending the fire and listening to the storm rage outside. The shelter, though rudimentary, proves its worth, standing strong against the blizzard's fury and keeping its occupants safe from the worst of the elements. With the dawn comes a break in the storm, revealing a transformed landscape blanketed in pristine white. The survivor emerges from their shelter, grateful for its protection and newly respectful of nature's power and the importance of wilderness survival skills. This harrowing experience serves as a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the value of being prepared. It showcases how knowledge, quick thinking, the ability to use natural resources can mean the difference between life and death in extreme situations. For those venturing into the wilderness, this story underscores the importance of proper planning, carrying essential survival gear, and developing skills that can be called upon in emergencies. It also highlights the potential of natural materials as tools for survival, demonstrating how a fallen tree can become a life-saving shelter in the right hands. As we reflect on this tale of survival, it's clear that respect for nature, coupled with preparedness and adaptability, are key to facing the challenges of the wild. The ability to remain calm and think creatively under pressure can turn even the most daunting situations into opportunities for survival. This experience also serves as a testament to the human spirit's resilience and our innate drive to survive against all odds. It reminds us of the profound connection between humans and the natural world, a relationship that becomes starkly apparent in moments of crisis. For wilderness enthusiasts and survival experts alike, stories like these provide valuable lessons and inspiration. They encourage us to deepen our understanding of survival techniques, to practice our skills, to always be ready for the unexpected when venturing into nature's domain. Moreover, the survival story highlights the importance of environmental awareness and the ability to read and interpret natural signs, recognizing the potential shelter offered by a fallen tree. Understanding how to use snow for insulation, and knowing which materials make for good bedding are all skills that come from a deep familiarity with the natural world. As we consider the broader implications of this survival tale, it's worth noting the increasing importance of such skills in a world facing climate change and more frequent extreme weather events. The ability to adapt and survive in harsh conditions may become increasingly relevant, even beyond the realm of wilderness adventure. In conclusion, the story of survival in a blizzard using a fallen tree as shelter is more than just a thrilling tale. It's a powerful lesson in preparedness, adaptability, and the crucial bond between humans and nature. It serves as a reminder that with knowledge, skill, and determination, we can overcome even the most challenging circumstances. For those inspired by this story, consider it a call to action. Take the time to learn basic survival skills, understand the environments you plan to explore, and always respect the power of nature. Remember, the best tool in any survival situation is a well-prepared mind. As we close this narrative, let it serve as both a warning and an inspiration. The wilderness can be unforgiving, but it also offers profound experiences and lessons for those who approach it with respect and preparation. May this story encourage you to explore, learn, and appreciate the wild places of our world, always with an eye towards safety and respect for the natural environment. Surviving alone in a -29°C blizzard for 3 days? It sounds like an extreme challenge that pushes the limits of human endurance. But is it actually possible? In this video, we'll explore what it would take to survive such harsh conditions and whether an average person could realistically make it through this intense winter survival scenario. Let's start by breaking down the key elements we're dealing with here. First, we have the extreme cold temperature of -29°C, or about -20°F. At this temperature, frostbite can occur on exposed skin in just 30 minutes. Then there's the blizzard conditions, likely bringing high winds, heavy snowfall, and severely reduced visibility. And finally, we have the duration. A full 72 hours alone in this environment. Survival in these conditions would require careful preparation, the right gear and supplies, and critical knowledge of cold weather survival techniques. Without proper shelter, insulation, food, water, and fire, the odds of making it through would be extremely slim. The first priority in this scenario would be finding or creating adequate shelter from the wind and snow. A snow cave or quingy could provide surprisingly good insulation if constructed properly. Alternatively, a small tent rated for extreme conditions could work if available. The key is to get out of the wind and create a small, enclosed space that can be warmed by body heat. Proper cold weather clothing would be absolutely essential. Multiple insulating layers, a windproof, waterproof outer shell, insulated boots, mittens, and face protection would all be crucial. Staying dry is also critical, as wet clothes in these temperatures can quickly lead to hypothermia. Fire would be another top priority for both warmth and melting snow for drinking water. Having reliable fire-starting tools like stormproof matches, a ferro rod, and tinder would be vital. Without the ability to make fire, survival chances drop dramatically. Food and water are the next concerns. The human body burns a lot of calories trying to stay warm in extreme cold. High-calorie, nutrient-dense foods that won't freeze solid would be ideal. And while surrounded by snow, dehydration is still a major risk. Melting snow for drinking water is essential, but requires precious fuel and energy. Beyond the physical needs, the mental challenges of this scenario can't be overlooked. The isolation, constant cold, and sheer boredom of being stuck in a small shelter for days can take a serious psychological toll. Maintaining a positive mindset and having ways to occupy the mind would be important for getting through the ordeal. So could an average person actually survive this? The right preparation, gear, and knowledge, it's potentially possible. But it would be an incredibly difficult and dangerous situation that would push anyone to their absolute limits. Even experienced winter survival experts would find this to be an extreme challenge. The reality is that in a true survival situation like this, rescue would be the ultimate goal. Having some way to signal for help or communicate your location could make the difference between life and death. A satellite emergency beacon, bright-colored gear for visibility, and knowledge of ground-to-air signals would all be valuable. It's also worth noting that survival shows and challenges like this don't always paint a fully realistic picture. They often have safety teams nearby and can intervene if things get too dangerous. In a real survival scenario, there are no second chances or safety nets. That said, Testing ourselves and expanding our limits can be a valuable exercise. Survival challenges like this, when done with proper precautions and backup plans, can teach us a lot about our own capabilities and help us develop crucial skills. If you're interested in testing your own cold weather survival skills, it's best to start small and work your way up gradually. Begin with shorter outings in milder conditions before attempting anything too extreme. Always let others know your plans. Bring a partner if possible and have reliable communications and emergency gear. Proper training is also essential before attempting any serious winter survival scenarios. Wilderness first aid, cold weather, camping skills, and winter navigation are all important areas to study and practice. Many outdoor organizations offer courses in these topics. It's also crucial to thoroughly research and understand the specific environment you'll be in. Weather patterns, terrain, and available natural resources can all vary widely in different winter environments. What works in one area may not apply in another. At the end of the day, while surviving alone for 3 days in a minus 29 degrees Celsius blizzard is theoretically possible, it's not something to be taken lightly or attempted without extensive preparation and experience. The margin for error in such extreme conditions is razor thin. For most of us, the takeaway shouldn't be to go out and try to replicate such an extreme scenario. Instead, we can use it as motivation to improve our overall preparedness and outdoor skills. Even if we never face such dire circumstances, having a solid foundation of survival knowledge can give us more confidence in our everyday adventures and help us stay safe in unexpected situations. Remember, the goal of any survival situation is just that: to survive. It's not about being comfortable or having fun. It's about making it through alive. In real-world scenarios, that often means playing it safe, conserving energy, focusing on getting rescued rather than testing our limits. So while the idea of surviving alone in a minus 29 degrees Celsius blizzard for 3 days makes for an exciting thought experiment or video concept, it's important to approach such extreme scenarios with a healthy dose of respect and caution. Pushing our boundaries can be valuable, but knowing our limits and prioritizing safety is even more important. In conclusion, could you survive alone in a minus 29 degrees Celsius blizzard for 3 days? With the right preparation, gear, and a hefty dose of luck, maybe. But it's not a situation anyone should actively seek out or take lightly. Instead, let's focus on building our skills, respecting nature's power, enjoying the outdoors safely and responsibly.